Hello, I'm Tanner, a natural bodybuilder who's also getting into philosophy. And today I want to talk about you choose your life. Um, if you saw yesterday's video, it was a whole video about all the many things you can learn from the perks of being a wallflower. And this isn't something I realized I also got from that movie, but whenever I looked at the quote I had in mind, I heard it in that movie. So, my bad. But anyway, the quote is, "We can't choose where we come from, but we can choose where we go from there," which was said, like I said, by Stephen Chbosky, the author of Perks Being a Wallflower. We have no control of where we start, but where we finish is up to us. In my personal opinion, in my personal belief, from the moment you are truly like a free thinking individual who has control over their life and their thoughts, well, that's exactly it, right? The moment you're a free thinking individual, you have control over your life and your thoughts. You determine the direction your life goes and where you end up. And there are a lot of people in this world that start off in very hard to deal with circumstances, that start off life pretty rough. But at the end of the day, it's up to you to determine whether or not you're going to be a victim to that circumstance or not, whether or not you're going to allow that to dictate your life. Asta, quit whining, please. Dogs. Um, Aristotle believed choice, not chance, determines your destiny. And I mean, I don't know, the whole word of destiny is kind of, he's kind of, just saying, Asta, quit whining. Wherever you end up it's your choice. It's not just some chance in the universe that this happens and you're going to end up wherever you're fated to end up or whatever. But it's by the choices you make in life and the things you choose to do. Charles R. Swindoll, who was I believe he's author and pastor, had the 90-10 principle. Life is 10% what happens to you and 90% how you react to it. The Stoics also believe that you can't control the events outside yourself, but you can choose the way you react to them. So just all that to say, things happen. We can't control the things that happen to us. Today at work, I was the only person in produce. That's what I work. I work meat and produce, but I was the only person in produce. I can't control that. Other people have the day off, right? But it's about how I reacted to it. Am I going to say I had the best attitude all day? No, I did not. I'm going to be honest. Something I need to work on. But you can't control the circumstances around you. You can't control the events outside of you. But what you can control is the way you react, which the way you react is the way your life goes. If you choose to allow something to dictate your life, or if you're going to, instead of being a victim to it, overcome it and grow from it. I don't know. I feel like I'm accidentally speedrunning this, and I don't mean to. So this video is going to be shorter. I guess that makes up for yesterday's video being way too long. Anyway, if you are a follower of Christ, as Christians, we believe in free will. While God has a plan, we're allowed to do as we please. Again, if you are a Christian, it's a part of our theology that we have free will. That is why bad is allowed to exist in the world, because if bad things, evil, sin, whatever didn't exist, we wouldn't truly have free will. If it was all just good all the time, there wouldn't be such thing as free will, and we wouldn't actually have the option to choose. So it's part of our theology that free will exists and that we dictate our life and we dictate the way it goes. You can sit in prayer or whatever for as long as you want and be like, Lord, please guide me. But at the end of the day, it's your decision of where you go, of whether or not you listen to the direction the Lord's trying to guide you. The last point I have is, don't be a victim of circumstance. Choose the life you want. We all have this option. And I am aware that, once again, there are certain circumstances where you don't not all is a little dramatic, but the vast majority of the world has the option to choose which direction their life goes, what they do with it, how they spend their time, the way they think, all of that. Yeah, I don't know. I would like to ramble on for a few more seconds, or for another minute or two, so that way this video is the average length of these that I post. I don't know. You choose your life. You dictate which direction it goes. Once again, you do not have the control over the circumstances in which you were born, in which you spend a large part of your childhood, honestly, because there's a large part of your childhood where you aren't a free-thinking individual. But the moment you are, that is whenever you take hold of your life and you take control over what happens and which direction it goes. So that's all I got for today. It is chess day as far as the gym vlog goes. And yeah, thank you for watching. If you have any suggestions, I'd appreciate them. Anything you'd like me to talk about, specific philosophies, specific philosophers, just topics that we can speak on and think philosophically about. But anyway, again, thank you. Have a blessed day. Bye-bye.